Hey, Ron. Can you hear me okay? I think there you are. I think you're muted, your microphone.
Yep, I was. Hey, Dennis. Thanks.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. Hold on one second. I got something going in the background. Wait one second.
Sure.
I'll be right back. Okay. Here we go. Now we're, I don't know what I'm doing, Ron. I'm just trying to figure this out.
Just two guys trying to figure out how to meet on Zoom, right?
I tell you think I'd learn after a while, but I am resistant to learning, apparently.
Well, not sometimes the technology doesn't want to cooperate all the time either.
Yeah. Well, that's always what I blame,
The easy scapegoat.
Exactly. So how you doing today?
Doing better than I deserve. Thank you.
Oh, good. Now, where are you located? Where are you located?
I'm in Hobgood, North Carolina. So
That's right.
Are you familiar at all?
No, hell no.
Little small town in the edge of, it's at the meeting places of Halifax, Martin, and Edgecombe counties. It's in Halifax County, the city is, but we're right in the corner of all three of those.
Okay, and you've got a hemp farm, is that right?
We birthed a brand new business out of a family farm which grows hemp, and so we're going to be taking hemp from the farm all the way through the process to end products. So, CBD tinctures, creams, gummies, things like that, and beyond, hopefully from there.
Wow, fantastic. How long you been doing it?
Doing this about 90 days.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we've been growing hemp and things on the farm since the pilot program began, which I think was somewhere around 2016. And and my father-in-law, who's the head of the farm, has Parkinson's from over a decade now, and so he's a great person he advocates for CBD and hemp because it's really the reason he got into it. It's kind of saved his life.
Wow.
And yeah. So we're passionate about helping it be more available in the marketplace.
Wow, that's fantastic. That is really fantastic. Well,
are you there at ECU in Greenville, or are you somewhere else, Dennis?
I'm in Pink Hill.
Okay.
So I live in Pink Hill, and ECU is still virtual for the most part. So I'm in Pink Hill. My wife's family is from Pink Hill, and we came back here in 2012 to take care of her parents who were aging and who have both since passed away. But this was a cattle farm for a lot of years, going way back. It even used to be a rice plantation originally.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So I'm a city slicker in a country, so it's been a revelation to me. That's all I can say.
I bet it's
Wow.
a different speed and lifestyle and scenery and people and everything from the city. We take an annual trip normally to Brooklyn, to New York City. We haven't gone this year, but it's just, you realize, like, man, this is, we're not in Kansas anymore. We're not in Hobgood, North Carolina anymore.
Well, I didn't really fully understand it. So I was originally born in upstate New York, up near the not too far from the Canadian border, and my hometown was almost all immigrants. So we had Italians, Irish, Polish, and who knows what else. And that's just the way the community was. And everywhere around there was like that. There were these waves of immigrants over the centuries or whatever. And when I came here to North Carolina, particularly to where my wife's family's from, there has not been another wave other than when they came in 16 something. It really hasn't been a lot of changes. So it's kind of interesting, really. To me, anyway.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
So anyway, hello everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey Tom.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. Um, you're you're muted. So if you can hear me, yeah. Somehow we gotta. I don't know how to communicate. I wave my hand. There we go.
So are
That
you
do
able to
it?
hear? Are you able to hear? me?
Yeah. Yes. Hello. 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 You made it.
Well, you're not at ECU with the beach back there.
You're right. I'm not at the beach either. I'm in Pink Hill at my home, which is about 45 miles from Greenville, south,
Mm-hmm.
not
Yeah, I
too
know.
far from Kinston. Oh, you know where that is? Good.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
All right. I'm impressed. Not many people do.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I live in Goldsboro,
Okay.
which is, you know,
I know it well.
yeah.
That's where I go shopping. Go to Sam's Club and
Yeah.
the grocery store and stuff. We don't have much around here, so we have to travel a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, hi Wayne. You're Wayne. If you can hear me, okay. Now you're on. Okay.
Yep. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
All right. Okay, folks will be hopefully coming in, and I give it a few minutes and see how we do.
All right.
I like to just explain because I probably people are looking at me like, what's going on? I've got today is Ash Wednesday. I have the sign of the
Oh,
Ash
yeah, I
Wednesday
see.
at the church. And then I had a toboggan on all morning because I was outside. So I just realized my hair looks like it's been covered by a toboggan all morning.
Well, being where I'm
Good for
from,
you.
as across today, I guarantee it. I grew up in a place. I think 95% of the people were Catholic where I grew up in upstate New York. Wouldn't be surprised. And but here nobody is. Very few.
It's
In
not.
Pink
Well,
Hill, I don't think anyone is.
I actually pastor two Methodist churches as well as other things I do. So some Methodist churches practice, Lenten season and recognize Ash
Cool.
Wednesday.
Cool.
We do, and but yeah, it's the one day a year you really get people really can like what you got a thing, man. You got this dirt on your forehead. What's going on?
Did you get hit in the head or what?
Yeah. We'll get ours tonight. Presbyterian.
Awesome.
Okay. I don't know. Do the Episcopal people do it? I'm a relatively new Episcopalian, so I don't know.
Probably.
To tell you the truth. All right. I'm getting beeped here, so hopefully I'll succeed at admitting everybody. Okay. Marco is in a great place too. He looks like he's at Pebble Beach or something. I don't know. Marco is one of our interns. He's the computer guy as far as web and that kind of stuff. He's very, very talented, and so you'll be running into him. I have a feeling as we go along. So what we're going to do today is we're really just going to I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction to what we're doing. I want to encourage everyone to talk a little bit about themselves and what they're doing, just so it's okay. And I don't want anyone to be upset, but I record these, and the reason is if you miss a class, you can come and watch it with the recording. Or if you want to go back, and especially when we have different guest speakers, you may find yourself wanting to, what'd that guy say, or what'd that person say? And you can go back and check on it that way. So we like that. Okay.
Dennis, will all the meetings be on Wednesdays at 1?
Well, actually, it's Monday through Thursday at 1.
Oh, that's right.
So
4 days.
4 days.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's 4 days a week.
But at 1
Yep.
o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, unless the class feels strongly, it seems like one is a good time based on past experience, but I'm flexible if it's just a killer for everybody. We can make it another time, but I say give it a try, see how you do, see if you're able to reach them. You can fill in with the recordings, which can help, but we found that 1 o'clock seems to be, I mean, every time is terrible, really, when you think about it. So this just seems to be better than most. And so this is Brady Hillhouse, who you see here. And Brady is my assistant and really invaluable. If you really want to get stuff done, talk to Brady.
Hey everyone, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'll just tell you yes, but Brady's the one who will actually do it. So you can kind of keep that in mind. And David Mayo, who is joining us, he is the director of the school that we're under at ECU, the CRISP Center it's called, and the Miller School of Entrepreneurship. And David's a big wheel there, so he'll be popping in every once in a while, and you never know, he might show up. Say hi, David. You're muted. Okay. All right. I'm going to wait just a
Hi,
little
everyone. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to help a couple of people having difficulty getting in to the room. So, but hi, everyone. Welcome to Accelerate Rural. We're so excited to have you in the program. I'm the director of the CRISP Small Business Resource Center, and I'll be helping out a little bit with the accelerator with areas like innovation and web assessment. And I'm really going to be really excited to work with all of you. So if you need my direct contact, I'm going to drop that in the chat box.
Okay. All right. I'm going to wait just another minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Yes. Okay. Let me see here. What do I do now? Okay. Hold on 1 second here. Brady, I can't figure out how to make you co-host. I forgot how to do that.
Click on participants, and
Yep.
then I think if you scroll over my name, there's a few dots that should say assign co-host or something like that.
Okay, let me see if I can do that. Brady.
It's been a couple months since we did this. I'm pretty sure that's how you do it though.
Yeah, let me give it a shot here. Okay, you disappeared. There you are. Okay, hold on. Make co-host. Okay. I think I succeeded.
Yeah, you did. Perfect.
Okay. Hi, Zach. I didn't say hello to you. Good to see you.
Thank you much. Good to be here. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, all the way from Asheville. You're the farthest one away.
I wasn't sure with my distance if I'd be eligible, so I was glad it worked out.
Well, the only reason you're eligible is because my brother-in-law lives in Asheville, and I figured, what the hell?
Well, I owe him a thank you.
Yeah, that was the scientific reason that you got in. I figured I had to know somebody there besides him because he gets tired of me after a while. Okay, well, I think we'll go ahead and get started. So my name is Dennis Trotz, pronounced like a horse trots, even though it's spelled Tracz. I think you have my contact information. If not, I can also drop it in the chat. I'll basically be your host just about every day. We will have quite a few guest speakers as we go. Hopefully they will be germane to where you are in your entrepreneurial journey, and keep in mind that everybody here is in a different spot and in a different industry for the most part. So some of the material may not always directly reflect your current situation, but the goal will be to to make it the most useful possible. And this is also intended to be collaborative. So don't hesitate to reach out to me, or if you have suggestions or thoughts or ideas, I'm very open to it. I am not a professional instructor. I'm just an entrepreneur, just like all of you. They corralled me into doing this. So I'll do the best I can with what little I have to work with. Meaning me. But anyway, I think we'll do pretty well. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and show you a few things as we go along. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So let's see if I'm able to do this or not. Okay. Okay, share my screen. Okay. Desktop 1. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to be working too well, so hold on. Let's see here. Okay, share sound. Sorry about this, folks. We'll get there. Okay. All right. Well, apparently I'm not going to be able to share my screen today. So it wants me to start over again, hang up on everybody and start over again. So we'll skip that. What I wanted to share with you, and maybe Brady, you can do it, I don't know. If you go to acceleraterural.org, I wanted to show them the resources, the calendar, various things that they're able to do. Can you take us on a tour of that?
Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to help this one guy get in.
Okay.
Let me just send this email.
We have a kind of a centralized area where you can go for resources, and that could be video clips, it can be materials that we go over, it could be we're fortunate to be given access to the Techstars network. If you're familiar with Techstars, some of you may be. Techstars has agreed to share a lot of their curriculum and materials with us. So you'll have access to those resources also. And I think Brady is heading there right now.
Yeah, it should be sharing. So you said member resources?
Yeah. So why don't you start with Slack, and we'll just kind of go through there.
Perfect. Yeah. So you'll be able to access Slack and a lot of our other resources just under the member resources tab on our website. But I'll also be emailing you all direct links to these as well. So Slack, for those of you that are unfamiliar, it's kind of just like a group chat program. That's how we do a lot of communication throughout the cohort. So there will be channels with some of the mentors. There will be channels for just the participants. There will be channels where you guys could access us directly, and it's just instant messaging, similar to Microsoft Teams. So we utilize Slack, so you all will get onboarded with that later today. Google Drive as well. We have folders for each participating team where you could just upload documents, access documents that we share, and the whatnot. We have our Google Calendar here, which is also just linked directly below. So the Google Calendar will have all of the meetings on there. And we'll clean it up a little bit too, since there's some extra meetings on there. But whenever you guys need to access a Zoom, I believe we'll be sending out an email every day with a link, just like we did last semester, Dennis, I believe. Yeah. But in the off chance you don't get the emails, again, as of now, it's Monday through Thursday at 1 p.m. Are our sessions, and they're being recorded. They'll be uploaded on our YouTube page, which is linked here as well, and live streamed to YouTube if you can't make it. But if you guys need to, you could come to the calendar. You could just click on each event and it'll have the link. And it's actually the same Zoom link for every single meeting every day. So if you just have the link once, you could use the same one every day. It's a direct connection to here. And then when you scroll down, there's some more member resources here. So this is the Techstars toolkit that Dennis was just talking about. There's TextLine, Canva, and Zendesk as well. Canva is really good for creating graphic designs, things like that. I believe TextLine is the texting for your customers, if I'm not mistaken, Dennis.
You can text from your computer instead of from your phone. and it works like an email program. So if you want to send out a message to a group of cell phone numbers that you have, you can use that tool.
And I'm unfamiliar with Zendesk if you wanted to touch on that as well.
Zendesk is a customer service software. Some of you may be using it. They have a free layer that you can start with, but it's intended for e-commerce companies to provide like a customer help desk, and it's considered one of the best ones. So.
And then if you wanted to touch on Shogun as well, since I'm familiar with Salesforce.
So we tend to work with Shopify as an e-commerce platform that for a bunch of reasons, we'll talk about that, but we're agnostic. We're not trying to push anything in particular. We have reasons for just about everything we do and why, but we like Shopify quite a bit. Some of these others, Magento, BigCommerce, Commerce Cloud, there is a company called Shogun that provides kind of a front end software tool that some people like to use. And if you use Shogun, you have access to all these integrations with a bunch of different services. So I don't think that's something a lot of you will be doing, at least not in the beginning. But I want to just make you aware that what we try to do is keep our eyes open. If there are opportunities to provide tools, services to you, either free or significantly discounted by using our group purchasing power, that's what we try to do.
And that's about it for the member resources we have linked directly on the website. But throughout the semester, myself and the other interns, Marco and Randy, will be working with you guys kind of on a consultation basis. Things like improving your website, helping with your SEO, helping with your Shopify, things like that to just really help boost the e-commerce and just any other website needs you need. So at that time, whenever we're consulting with you guys, we may have other resources that we'll just be directly linking you to or giving you access to. You there, Dennis?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I took my headphones out for a second. Did somebody say something?
No, I'm done with the resources.
Can you go to the mentor list? Okay, so I want to talk about this a little bit. So philosophically, what we're trying to do is bring resources for you to help you with your business as you go through various stages. And we've assembled a group of mentors that are people who have either done what you've done before or are familiar with it and are prepared to help you work through some of these situations that you face. And we think it's one of the real big advantages of the program is access to these folks. So we just go through a couple. I just wanted to introduce you to some of them. John Cianamea is going to be teaching tomorrow and Monday. He's going to be teaching something on customer discovery, kind of an organized way to look at new markets, new customer segments, and how you might go about that. John is a multiple entrepreneur. He's also run a venture capital fund and has quite a bit of experience. And Tom Newell and Pam Marone, Bill Pershey, all good friends of mine. Tom is he's going to be one of our guest speakers. He's ran Sunrise Senior Living. He was the CEO of that company, if you're familiar with them, the National Senior Living Group. He was my lawyer for many years before he became rich and famous. And Pam Marone is an NC State PhD who has a publicly traded company out in California that does biopesticides. So some of you farmers may be interested in talking to her about what they're doing in that space. Bill Pershey is a former McKinsey partner who is very active in pharmaceutical and in quite a few businesses as a consultant. So I think he'll be helpful to many of you. These are some more folks here. Gus Besselel is the CFO of a technology company. Known him for 30 years, worked together on a bunch of things. John Chafee, Mark Wadowick, and Mike Ammon are all basically Greenville-based people. Mark is the president of East Carolina Angels, which is a local angel fund, angel investor fund. But they also do other kinds of financing, not just that. Mike Ammon, just point out there, some of you may be familiar with C12 Group. He's the chairman of that. Real good guy, has great entrepreneur story of kind of what he did to raise two different companies, one a franchise and one a not a franchise. So he's a great guy. Amina Ali and Wayne Jackson are both technology company CEOs. They're good friends of mine. Phil Hodges was one of the founders of Maine Pharma in Greenville. You may be familiar with him. John Andrews is in Raleigh with a photo software company. Andy Galinsky is was with SC Johnson and Clorox. He was the executive that purchased Burt's Bees for Clorox from the Raleigh company, Burt's Bees. He's a great person on any kind of consumer products, packaging, selling, getting into stores, all that kind of stuff. You'll be meeting him and hearing him quite often. Matt Crisp is the guy that the Crisp Center is named after. He's an ECU grad, very successful in the investment business, and he is a really good mentor, very helpful. Frank Marvin and Linda Crawford, both are experienced senior people. Frank Marvin was one of the original employees at AOL and was actually the lawyer for AOL when they went public. He's a longtime friend. Linda was one of the first executives at Salesforce.com when they got started. Ben Knight, some of you may know. Ben is from Kinston. He and his wife had a TV show on PBS called The Chef's Life. Vivian Howard's his wife. Ben is also on the board of the North Carolina Rural Center with me, and he's really fun to have him involved in talking. Phil Galdy's an old friend. He's a software guy. Grant Godwin is the chairman of the Rural Center, North Carolina Rural Center, also a small business guy, as well as having a big corporate background. Mo Farhad is a guy who runs a company that builds Shopify websites on a very large scale. A few more. Scott Crawford is a sales guy, an enterprise sales guy. He's really good at large scale sales efforts. Stephen Bishop is at Amazon. He is a designer, a really good guy for product design. Alan Fitzpatrick runs a broadband company out of Charlotte that's hooking up rural counties to broadband all over North Carolina. Real good guy. Tom Wall is executive at the Rural Center, also a real good guy, good person. Rob and me, we've been friends since high school. She's a CEO of a staffing company. She's really good at talking about hiring and dealing with searches for people if you're looking for them. She's got a real good handle on that. Benjamin Hardy is a local CPA in Greenville. I believe it's the largest local CPA firm. He's a ECU grad, also real helpful. And Michael Giorgio is also an ECU grad who is coming back to help, and he has a technology company in Raleigh. Okay, I thought there was one other, but maybe not. Okay, there'll be other people added to this, and the way the mentor program works, you will decide if you want to reach out to somebody. It isn't something that you're assigned. You don't have to reach out to them if you don't want to. It's really there to help you with things that you might need, and we have other folks who may step up also depending on your circumstance. For example, in the agricultural area, we have some people who would like to get involved that I think you may know some of them that are willing to help and get involved. So this mentor thing is really designed to help you. You don't have to use it, but if you want to, you let me know and I'll connect you with the person. And there's some chance that the person may not be available. That can happen, but the intent is for them to be able to help you on the basis that you would like help, and we think that's a real advantage in this program.
And you could access the list on our website anytime to read kind of more in depth about them or do some research. Everything's on our website, acceleraterural.org.
Yeah, and that's why I asked him to share the screen, because I wanted you to see how this goes. Eventually, this website will be behind a password so that you have access to it and you can post stuff without worrying about the public, getting access to it. So, but for now, it is public. And the participating companies, I've asked all of you to send me your logo and the links, and we'll be putting your companies in here, and these guys will be moved down because they were in the first cohort last fall. That's why they're there. So we'll be putting you into those things. And we do get a fair amount of media attention. People will reach out to us. So there may be situations where they may want to talk to you as a participating company. If you're uncomfortable with that or don't want to do that, please don't hesitate to let me know. But that's something that hopefully we'll be able to help you get publicity for your business, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's free, right? So okay, so that's basically the group that we have to support you. There are others at ECU. David Mayo, you've met. There are others at ECU who may get involved also on specific projects or issues that are available to you. And if there's anybody that you would like to us to connect you with at ECU that please don't hesitate. We'll make every effort to facilitate who everyone wants to connect with. So at this point, what I like to do is basically just kind of go around and have everyone kind of introduce themselves and their company. Say is fine. So I'm just going to start with my screen perspective. Ron Elkins is kind of the first guy.
Thanks, Dennis. My name is Ron Elkins. I am in Hobgood, North Carolina. Our business is a brand new business, first time for us, called Hobgood Hemp. So it's birthed out of a family farm that has been growing hemp in North Carolina since the pilot program in 2016. And we're going to take some of the raw product that's being grown on the farm and bring it all the way to market in the forms of various CBD products, tinctures, creams, gummies, and things like that. So we were really, really excited to be accepted into the program. First time being a business starter, entrepreneur for me personally. My background is in sales for about 20 years. So just super excited to learn from the project and also from all of you guys as well. So thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you. Tom Morse.
All right, my name's Tom Morse. The name of my company is Living Third Designs, and I've developed a sanitary toilet plunger. It's sort of an innovative product. I like to think of it as a disruptor in this industry. And I actually kind of jumped off the corporate bandwagon about 6 months ago and really dedicated my time to launching this business. So really excited to be here. Look forward to the opportunities of working with this team and mentors and seeing where this thing goes.
Fantastic. Just
Tom, your plunger's in the background.
Yeah.
Can you show everybody?
Can I show everybody?
Sure, go ahead.
Sure. So the way it works is there's let me demonstrate it and I can show you. There's this
Don't actually demonstrate it.
No. So basically can y'all see me okay?
Yes.
There's this protective sleeve, and I've preloaded it obviously, but you wrap it around the plunger, and then you plunge the toilet, and you can see this protects the cup and the handle from ever getting dirty. And once you're done plunging, you reach inside and you grab this tab, and when you pull, it turns this sleeve inside out. And so that wet, nasty stuff that would have normally been on the outside of the plunger is now trapped inside of this sleeve. You just throw the sleeve away, You load a new sleeve into the plunger and it's ready to go. You don't have to rinse it, clean it, sanitize it, any of that jazz.
Awesome. That's really neat. And I also might point out here that David Mayo and Randy, I don't know if Randy's on the call or not, but they particularly work with product design and packaging. We have 3D printing capability and design capability where you can design packaging products, lids for containers, all different kinds of things. And they'll be able to help you with that. It's pretty cool stuff. All right, Wayne Boswell, you're next.
Okay, so my name is Wayne Boswell, and the name of my company is Joyfield Foods. And we used to be Feral Farms, and a little bit of background on us was Feral Farms was created to support a children's home that was in Bolivia, South America. And unfortunately, at the beginning of last year, we had to close that home. So once we closed it, I had been volunteering at the company and no longer needed the company. So I kind of took over and then I changed it to a for-profit company. So that's kind of how I got into it.
Wow.
So
what do you guys do? What do you sell?
So we make nut-based snack products like maple glazed pecans, honey glazed pecans, butter roasted, then some like snack mixes like Tex-Mex and Munch Mix is what we call it and whatnot. We do a little bit of chocolate covered nuts and things like that. And we still have a mission behind our company where we give 10% of our profits to some charities that support children. And most of those right now we're working with are locally here in Goldsboro. That's where we're from and where we make it at. And I actually signed the paperwork to take over the company on March 11th last year, which was the day the world pretty much stopped.
Oh, geez.
So it was not the best timing in the world. So it's been an interesting year. And so I had also career change where I'd been working in pharmaceutical. And so I quit my job, and that Friday before, Wednesday, I signed the paperwork and everything came to a stop. So
wow,
it's been interesting. And but I look forward to this group and learning more from everybody. And I've learned a lot this year, but there's still a lot to learn, and look forward to it.
All right, fantastic. All right, Marco, why don't you give a little bit of your background?
Yeah, for sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Marco Yassini. I'm from Wilson, North Carolina, but right now I'm currently studying out on the coast. So I'm a computer science major, but I have my minor in coastal and marine studies. So I'm in Manteo, North Carolina right now. That's not where the picture is, but I am in Manteo. So yeah, computer science major. I've been working with Accelerate Rural since last fall. Doing web design and help and brainstorming and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll be helping a lot of you, I think, with your websites, helping you implement any ideas or dreams that you have for your website, and hopefully helping you out with any search engine optimization or anything like that. Feel free to reach out to me, or I might be reaching out to you. And I look forward to working with you.
Good. Thanks, Marco. Appreciate it. Zach, you're up, buddy.
Hey guys, yeah, my name's Zach Rulinski. My wife and I run Asheville Chocolate up here in downtown Asheville. We're just a little chocolate shop. Mostly do truffles and caramels and turtles and things like that. We're not a bean to bar place, but we just bring in mostly Belgian chocolate and make confections with that. Yeah, we're still little guys. We've had this company 4 years now. Used to be Chocolate Gems, which was owned by our neighbors, and they went back to England and spent some more time with the grandkids. So we took it over, trained up under them, and yeah, have been figuring it out since. It's coming well. We've never done anything quite like this, so it was a pretty big jump for us. My wife was a school teacher. I kind of do project management stuff as well. Yeah, that's.
What did you do before you did chocolate?
So I mostly work on drilling rigs, overseeing projects for energy companies on natural gas wells.
How cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, and I still do that about half the time, go out, and that's kind of how we fund the chocolate shop. Trying to start it and get it going. And
I want to
making sure
take you to a
investors
venture
in it.
capital meeting and let them get real.
So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Zach, very much. Brady, you're next.
Hey everyone, so I'm Brady. I've been working with Dennis since we started this program right around COVID, wasn't it? Or right at the beginning of summer, I believe. So been around here since the start. Really enjoy it. Really enjoy the work that we do. Meet a lot of cool, interesting people. I'm currently a senior here at ECU. I graduated in May. Double majoring in finance and entrepreneurship. I have a certificate in entrepreneurship from Harvard Business School. I have a certificate in venture financing from Kauffman Fellows, which are the folks that run Techstars, which is one of the largest accelerator programs in the world. I've been through several accelerator programs myself. I've been in Future Founders with my own startup a couple of years ago. They're based out of Chicago. They're probably the third or fourth largest accelerator program in the United States for 18 to 30-year-olds. I've been a part of Startup Island out of Costa Rica. 2 times founder, sold my e-learning company my freshman year of college. And I've done a ton of different random contract work and stuff like that. Anything entrepreneurial related or finance related. I've had 8 internships from private equity to investment consulting, things like that. So looking forward to working with you guys.
Brady just thinks he's graduating. I'm not letting him go anywhere. Martin, you're next.
Hey guys, name of my company is Your Minute Mechanic. We're out of Winterville, North Carolina. Developed a freestanding public access auto diagnostic machine. Like, you know, when your check engine light comes on, you have to get it. Well, if you take like an air machine or a vacuum, it'll be in that space. You'll pull up your car, and for $10, you'll hook up your OBD port, and it'll Bluetooth or text message or email you what's wrong with your vehicle, not a code in plain language. It'll also give you the code just in case you need it for the mechanic. First time entrepreneur. Was in sales for just shy of 20 years in auto. I was also a finance manager for a while, so kind of seen both sides of the aisle. Just looking forward to working with everyone and learning from everyone. And this looks like a very fantastic team. The mentors are great, and just looking forward to learning.
Thanks, Martin. David, you want to say a few words?
Thank you.
David Mayo?
Sure. I'm David Mayo. I'm the director of the CRISP Small Business Resource Center at ECU. I wrote the grant to start Accelerate Rural, and I would like to say that, you know, my vision has created something that's successful, but what's really happened is I hired a guy who really knows what's going on. So my claim to fame is I hired Dennis to run this program. The CRISP Center does some other things besides the accelerator. We have focused workshops from time to time. We actually had one last night. Several of you were there to work on a grant writing workshop. Last year we did about 30,000 hours of student consulting placed with companies just like yours in the community. So we have classes in small business management, family business, small business strategy, internship programs, and there's a good chance that several of you here will participate in that program at the conclusion of this program. So we try to do as much as we can to help small business have a resource portal, and if there's a specific type of help you need, the CRISP Small Business Resource Portal, you know, fill out that need, and we'll see if we can find some way to help you. I'm also really excited to get a little more involved with Accelerate Rural by helping out with some of the development on the development side, especially the product side. I have a real passion for that. I'm also an entrepreneur, started multiple companies. One that I run now is a small manufacturing firm. So a lot of the issues that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, I understand them, I get it, and we can commiserate with each other and make each other better. But thank you for participating in the program. Super excited to see your progress over the course of the next 10 weeks.
Okay. Ms. Haithcock, you're next. You're on mute still. There we go.
All right, so I'll get used to that maybe. My husband saw the email and he said, I've got another job for you. So to take this class, and I'm a ECU grad. And so it sounded really good. And here we are. And he's with me today, Tim. And
Hi,
we bought a farm, a soybean farm, an old one, abused one. And in 1986, and then the pecans started to be, that's what we grow, Indian Springs pecans or pecans. I don't know. They pronounce it differently. But anyway, we put in pecan trees and at that time, and we have 700 now. So that was, have grown to a larger base of pecans. And we sell wholesale and retail, and it's a lot of hard work, but the orchard is the place of peace and quiet.
Oh, that's neat.
Add anything to that?
I'm Tim, and I'll just say it's a commercial pecan orchard, and we also have a pecan tree nursery, and we're trying to place pecan trees over North Carolina, people who are interested. A lot of new orchards going in, and there are a lot of possibilities for expanding this rurally. And pecans can be a larger segment of our agricultural output in North Carolina. And I enjoy doing this a whole lot. Started out as a hobby, and we really need a lot of help as far as technology goes. There's a lot of value added products that are possible. And so we're looking forward to this and appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Fantastic. But Tim, please feel free to sit in all you want. There's no limit to that in terms of participating. So please do that. Natalie, you're next.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Natalie Wooler, and I am a co-owner of NLN Farms in Chocowinity, North Carolina with my son. We specialize in crawfish. So we're kind of unique. There are a few crawfish farms in North Carolina, but we're unique as we've converted catfish farm into crawfish. So we are what they call a deep water system. And so our season lasts a little bit longer than some of the others in a traditional system. Last year, we were able to harvest through about the second week of September, where most of Louisiana and Mississippi area was about done the beginning of July. So it's very new to us. Last year was our first season of harvesting. We learned a lot, especially like everyone else, being a startup business during COVID was interesting, but we're super excited. This is a legacy family farm. My dad did aquaculture, raising catfish for 20 years. So as he's retired, we've taken it over and trying to look at how to keep farming in the family. So I'm super interested in what we can learn from everyone in this group during the next 10 weeks, because we are always open for new ideas.
Fantastic. Now, I do not know who this is because it just got letters under. There you go.
Hi. I'm Vicky Lowe.
Hey, Vicky.
Hi, sorry about that.
Okay.
my company is A Good Catch. I'm based in Avon on Hatteras Island, the Outer Banks. And I design and manufacture textiles for the home. So, and everything is, I design it, and it's printed out in Durham, and then it's manufactured. And I've been in business about 10 years. I moved from New York City. I have a background in design in textiles, in the houseware industry and in the fashion industry. So I've been selling a lot of my wares through farmers markets because of the sort of kitchen aspect of things. But I've had a website since 2015. But there is a struggle to translate the product and the whole sort of package of what I'm selling on e-commerce. So while things are wonderful on a face-to-face basis, it has been a struggle with COVID to maintain things. So I'm excited about learning a lot of how to get a stronger online presence.
Fantastic. Thank you. Welcome. I'm going to do Danielle Baker now. Are you there, Danielle? Yeah.
Hey, I'm here. Yeah.
Yay.
Hey. So I have Baker Southern Traditions Peanut Company. We started about 12 years ago. I came from an ag background. We were farmers, and so we were decided to take peanuts that we were growing on our farm and further process them into candies and snacks and sell to the consumer, to the end consumer. So we do, most of our business is wholesale. We have a couple of distributors, and then we have several small gift shops and gift basket companies. We also do our own line of gift baskets. And then in 2018, I partnered with a hemp farmer, and so we formed another business as well. So now we have, I have Baker's Peanuts, and we also have another business where we make CBD products, and we've just opened a store down in Grandy, North Carolina, so which combined the CBD side of the business as well as the peanut side, nuts and buds. And so we've got a couple of different things going on there. But I look forward to being in this group, and I already have made some notes of some people to contact for some items that might be able to work together on. So I'm looking forward to this.
Fantastic. Joe, you're next.
Great. Well, thanks for having me, guys. Joe McGowan here with Booze Dogs, and we provide liquor-infused meat. So right now, that's bourbon, gin, or rum-infused bratwurst, burgers, and hot dogs, and looking to expand to other food items, other meats and liquor types, as well as one day a distillery. Right now, we are an e-com focused business with aspirations of getting into food service and grocery. I've had a few endeavors in that, but decided to focus on e-com until we get that up and running consistently. Looking forward to what I can learn. I'm excited about the opportunity, of course, and that's probably me in a nutshell. So,
great. How long have you been doing this, Joe?
We've been selling for a little over 2 years with steady growth. Last year was, we grew about 300% last year. Unfortunately, we still lost money because COVID raised all of our costs, and so there's a lot of things we weren't prepared for, like I'm sure you all can relate. So we're hoping to, this year's focus is try to keep the growth, yes, positive, but maybe even constant, but just work on profitability. So there's a lot of things I'm doing to change fulfillment providers and other layers of cost to get those costs down. And so this next year, whether we grow or not from a revenue standpoint, the goal is to be profitable. So
fantastic. All right. Go to Paige Jackson.
Hi.
Hi.
So my name is Paige Jackson. My husband and I are farmers. I know I look like a farmer, but we are farmers.
I think you do.
I don't know. I feel like I always have to kind of segue that. I don't look like a farmer. So yeah, we are going into our second year of farming. My husband was prior military before we decided to be crazy people and launch a farm in the middle of COVID. We're based in, so we have a larger farm in Rougemont, and then we live on a homestead in Durham County. So we farm both properties. We do pastured poultry, grass-fed beef, and we do pastured pork. So hearing all of the people who are growing nuts, I'm like, I need to connect with you guys. So we're not certified organic, but we are regenerative. So we're basically, that means if you don't know what regenerative farming is, we focus on soil health to make sure that like our animals are getting what they need. I'm not saying that we'll never be certified organic. It's just not, as far as financial, like from a financial standpoint, it's just not something we're clocking for right now. But we don't do steroids or antibodies or any additional hormones for our animals, and they're raised outdoors. So our pigs are raised in the woods. Our chickens are raised on pasture outside of being like in their little brooder house. They're out on the grass. So yeah, so we don't have like fancy anything. It's very old school farming, but we love it. We have 5 kids, and we're a family business. So that's kind of it. So I'm looking forward to this group. I'm looking forward to growing. My background before doing this, I was a marketing consultant. And so it's funny because once you kind of start doing everything for yourself, you're like, oh my goodness, there's so many things that I have to do. I have to do all the things. I can't just tell somebody else to do that. So we are currently on Shopify. We have an e-commerce presence, but I would love for us to kind of vamp up our shipping. I've taken some classes for like perishable shipping. So I have the foundation on how to do it. As far as, what it takes to do that. It's just, I would say, trying to develop more of a presence within the Triangle area would be the goal. And then maybe even securing kind of more like wholesale opportunities. So, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I'm going to go to Karen if she's here. Are you here, Karen?
I'm here.
Yay.
Yay. How is everybody? Can you hear me, Dennis?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. So we are a farm business, and we are excited to be joining the team. We have 3 children, and we are all about growing grass-fed beef, pastured pork, and yay to Paige Jackson for being a regenerative farmer. We are 72 years, so we are operating a legacy farm, and we are expanding our Hereford genetics, going from breeding stock to growing grass-fed beef, as well as with our other business, Bull Barn. We are trying to connect agriculture back to healthy soil, and also trying to educate the consumer that your health is connected to the soil. So we look forward to working with everybody. You got a great lineup, Dennis, and we're excited to be on board with everything.
Karen is an old friend of my wife's. They grew up together, and my wife's family, help me out with this, Karen, did Angus, and you guys did Herefords?
That's correct.
So they used to fight about which one was best. And
it's black and white. It's just
Karen won because she's still in business. We just grow hay at this point here.
And horses, I see.
Yeah, well, they're just like pets, really. Okay, thank you, Karen. I'm going to ask, if I'm repeating, this system is not as good as I would like. Sharon Moore?
Yes, hi.
All right. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, I'm glad to be here. So I am different than the last few. I am a farm daughter, but I don't own a farm. I'm here because I am starting a business called Sports Scale, and I'm a ECU faculty member. And in 2015, I was awarded a U.S. patent for a device that is essentially a body weight scale that integrates a couple of other features, one of which is a biometric identifier, like a fingerprint or a facial recognition tool, or something along those lines. The patent covers all of them. And the application specifically is in athletic training, which we're the people that run out on the field when someone gets hurt. And so this scale, or this product, this integrated scale, will be used in athletic settings to assess repeat weights, such as, for example, pre and post football practice, athletes weigh in and weigh out. And by automating the process, it creates more reliable data and improves efficiency. So the patent was awarded in 2015. I went ahead and had some prototypes made, bootstrapped all that, and sold all of the prototypes, have been market testing them ever since, trying to get investment funding. That funding finally came in 2020, thankfully, just pre-COVID. So we've spent the last 12 months in development of, I'm going to call it, refinement of that first prototype. So I heard today our alpha is officially functional. And so that alpha prototype, that model, will now be tested at my engineer for the next few weeks. And then we'll put it out at some colleges and high schools to test in the field before we, of course, make refinements and make a beta. So that's where we're at. The goal is to go ahead and launch the product later this year, but that, of course, is all based on testing. Hopefully we can make an August launch. I think that's it.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Has anybody not been asked to share? Maybe Jeffrey Jones?
Yeah. Hey, well, I'm Jeff. I'm actually a GA with the Miller School, so I'm mainly here just to keep track of information, help with administrative duties, and handle any social media needs. But I'm also in the finals of the Entrepreneurship Challenge. I'm launching an app that essentially lets local businesses advertise to students, faculty, or just community members. It also helps professors, faculty, and students to be more informed about what's going on around campus, if there's certain employment opportunities, if there's an athletic event, or if there's any other type of discounted activity occurring. Because we all know that college students love to get things on a discount or love to get them cheap. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I'm going to go to Amber is next. Amber Lucido. Hey, Amber.
Hi, I'm Amber. I'm a freshman at UC this year. My company is called Sandoff, which is a sand repellent sunscreen. And I'm just happy to be here and work on my product.
Amber is a competitor in the Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge as well, and has been doing a really great job. If you don't want sand when you're at the beach all over yourself, she's the person to talk to.
Dennis, it looks like you could use some right now.
Yeah, the wind is really a problem here. It's blowing the sand, and that's why I'm having a hard time. Well, hopefully we were able to reach everyone. And
no, we still have Amber and Jadalyn.
Yeah, there's a few in the chat who haven't.
Okay, whoever's next, go. Hey, Jadalyn.
Hi, my name is Jadalyn Person. I'm a junior at East Carolina University. I also did participate in the Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge as well. I own a company named Simply Divine Extensions. We sell a variety of the most popular hair extensions, wigs, clip-ins, tape-ins, and a variety of textures that fits almost everybody's hair texture. And I'm here so I can basically just work on my e-commerce development and just my whole website and everything. Yeah.
Fantastic. We did get Amber, I think, right? So am I missing anybody? I think we got everybody, I hope.
I don't think we got Amber, Natalie, or Patrick. I may be mistaken though.
Okay, let's see. Amber went.
Oh wait, yeah, Amber just went. My bad.
Yeah, and I don't see Natalie on my list. It's terrible. I thought the software was supposed to make it easy. I don't have her listed. Natalie, if you can hear me, you can go. I don't have her. Oh, she
Oh, I'm
did. She was
sorry.
the crawfish
Yeah.
farm. Yep. Okay. So Brady.
Sorry,
was
guys.
asleep.
I'm terrible with names. Terrible with names. I'll get used to it though. Give me like a week. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So I think that's it for today. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be sure I put my my contact information, although I think you got my email from me. If you haven't sent me your logo and your URL, please do so that we can get that done on the website. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about customer discovery. It's really cool technology. ECU is particularly well known for this business model canvas, it's called. Even if it's confusing, you'll still learn stuff. And so we're going to do that tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I think we have quite a wide swath of companies from startups to people who've been around a long time. So I want to encourage everybody to connect with each other if you're comfortable. The Slack program, we didn't talk about that a lot, but what Slack is basically a private internet. Okay, so it's not on the internet. It's a secure channel where you can talk to people. It'll just be you all in the group, and you can post documents, you can share stuff, but it's super secret. It isn't out there for people to use in the wrong way. So Slack is pretty cool. I think you'll like it. Some of you may have used it in your companies and are familiar with it, but hopefully you'll use that tool. And we're as we go. Part of the issue for me is figuring out which companies that we can help. So we're going to react to you all, to what you have, what you want to do, where you're at in your entrepreneur journey. So our calendar may well evolve and change, and we may change some of the things that are on there. I wanted to leave it flexible so that we could be responsive to your situations. One of the things that we're going to do, and I haven't figured out how we're going to do this yet, but I'm going to attempt to do a one-on-one with everybody so I get a real clear handle on where you're at and what your goals are for this program, and how we can help you. And there's about 22 teams in this program, so we have to figure out how to do that. But be on the lookout for. We'll probably do that in the next week or so, where there'll be some time slots, and you can sign up for the one-on-one, and it'll just be us talking about your situation and your company, so that we can help you. All right. Any questions or feedback from you guys at this point? Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and same time, same station tomorrow.
It was great meeting you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dennis. Thanks, everybody.
Dennis, thank you.
Nice to meet
You're
you all.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye now.